All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the very first episode of the fucking Untitled podcast.
Untitled
I'm
Podcast.
joined,
That's a good name.
it's like Untitled Goose
Wow.
Game, but not nearly as successful. No one cares, and there are no geese involved. I'm joined as usual by Tucker Hazel, but I'm also joined by two people who are interchangeable with myself in looks and complexion, Timo and Tanner, and we make up the Backlog Boys. We're the fucking squad, we're the team, we're the pals, and we're talking to you. This is our bullshit show. Tucker wants a
Aye, aye, Captain.
podcast, so you'll get a podcast. We don't have a
Mhm.
topic. We have no planning. We don't know what we're talking about. We don't know why we're talking. I don't know where I am right now geographically.
It's just
So-
plain bullshit. We're just bullshitting.
And here's the thing.
It spews
Right before I
forth.
recorded this, and this might be our post credits for this, but right before this, I came up with the idea that the first topic for the first episode was coming up with the name for the podcast. So over the course of this episode, hopefully we end the episode with a name.
A name.
That would be
That way the episode has a beginning, a middle, and an end.
It has a character.
Oh
arc.
wow.
We're making a short film, but it's actually who knows how long it's gonna be. It could be feature length.
Actually could be a long film.
Oh,
Whoa.
an epic of sorts, you might say.
The
A
Backlog
podcast
Banter
epic.
Yeah. So this is our first episode of our new podcast that doesn't have a name, as we said, but we're just going to come together each week, hopefully weekly. Who knows? Can't see that far in the future, but hopefully it's consistent and we are able to upload an episode of it. It can be on any topics we want, deviating from our usual movie, comic, game stuff, but it'll be fun because we got a bunch of boys.
You got a bunch of boys. Who doesn't want to listen to a bunch of white guys?
Oh.
That's my question to the internet.
leave a comment down below if you hate us.
Yeah.
Please.
Describe who you hate, and we'll try to guess who it is.
Yeah.
In the
Based
comments.
based solely on what they look like. Not surroundings, nothing like
Mhm.
that. Just on appearance.
If you're just rolling on percentages, just say I hate the one with the long hair that's shaved short on the sides.
Oh.
It's that simple.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's that simple. It's gonna
Yeah,
get
then
one
you
of those.
Or
Finally, Tucker gets to escape some of the hate.
for one.
let's just assume
I have
that
I have hair.
Oh. Let's just assume that the audience hates each and every one of us.
That's
Let's
true. Yeah.
It's a good assumption to make.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Speaking of hair,
Oh yes. All
can I
right.
just take in a little bit of a adventure for a moment?
Let's do it.
Go
That's,
on
that's the
adventure.
goal.
Okay, so I've been
An
moving. for 2
unexpected
weeks.
journey.
An unexpected.
Oh.
That's a reference to something. Is that a Hobbit? Dumb
Yes.
fucking
It's a
Hobbit
Hobbit
Tolkien
reference.
thing.
It's a Hobbit
Hobbit.
reference.
Big
Yeah.
Hobbit energy. Big Hobbit energy. But so I've been moved in for 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I moved in and I forgot to pack face wash. I have fucking awful acne.
Mm.
So I had to go to Walgreens because I was washing my face with Ivory soap. So I went to Walgreens, right? And I buy. You're puzzled already.
I don't know what
Tucker
Ivory
hasn't
soap
heard
is.
of any of this.
How
Kind
do
of
you not
stuff.
know what Ivory? Oh, right, because you don't bathe. I forgot.
That's
Oh
the thing,
yeah.
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 I often I have to hit Tucker with with a hose. When
Oh
he's
yeah, in
telling
case
me
you
that.
did, those two, Tucker and Tanner, are roommates.
Yeah. He's on the other side of that wall.
I stepped on Jet and hit him from his room, right in his bed.
While he's sleeping.
So
Well, he's
what
sleeping.
about your Ivory soap?
Yeah. Sorry.
What do you want to know about my Ivory? Not made of elephant tusks, for the record.
Oh,
That's
thank
good.
God.
I'm not poaching. So I have to go to fucking Walgreens, right? And I buy my items, and they're fucking expensive. That's all I have to say. I really don't have a podcast topic. I just want to complain about the cost of personal hygiene. And here's the bigger problem, right?
Mm.
I'm
Okay.
on campus right now. My girlfriend goes to school at my school, but she's studying remotely. She lives in California. California, last thing I heard, not in the best shape with this whole virus thing happening. So what incentive do I even have to keep myself looking or smelling nice? You know what I'm
None.
saying?
No,
Yeah,
you
right.
have zero.
Absolutely. But I still had to go and buy this fucking nonsense, and it cost too much money. I have nothing more to say. I've got no follow-up. This doesn't tie into the topic of picking a title. I have no commentary. I love capitalism, but God fucking damn it. If socialism means I don't have to pay for face wash, so be it.
Count you in. Good to know, good to know.
Everyone gets a state-sponsored GF and face wash with socialism. So
That's the goal.
that's the goal.
There was one topic that you guys wanted to bring up. Our Timo had an idea, and then Abram had a half idea.
So I was thinking we could discuss everything that we've been watching and reading and playing. We're all media
Experiencing.
consumers here, experiencing this
Yeah.
week. Think back. Let's take a trip back 1 week, last Sunday.
Let's
What
see.
what were you playing?
Well, there's one thing that I think we can all talk about. Well, we're not going to talk about. We're going to mention it. We all watched Mulan.
Oh,
We
yeah.
watched it
No, I
together.
think that'd be a really interesting thing to talk about. Let's
Yeah,
do
we
that.
Oh wow.
But Mulan card in the corner. We did a review for that, but we all watched that together. So
I don't know
we're
which
just gonna-
box I'm in now. The
Yeah,
card's either
it's-
above or
it's
below
somewhere.
me. Who fucking knows?
But someone else talk.
I watched Shrek 1 and 2. I rewatched them.
And why'd you rewatch them?
Because I was fucking just chilling at my girlfriend's place, and we wanted to put something on, but then everyone got sucked in and invested in watching Shrek 1 and 2, because, unironically, those are very good films.
We had a conversation yesterday when he saw
Tucker-
my letterboxed ratings
Tucker
for
just
Shrek 1 and 2.
doesn't like the Shrek
I
1
just
and
don't
2
like
for some
Shrek.
reason.
For some reason, when I used to go to the dentist, in the waiting room they always had Shrek on at the dentist.
I agree.
And
I've been to your dentist.
and I'll admit I've seen all of Shrek because I've been to the dentist enough times, but I haven't like consciously sat down and been like, okay, time to watch Shrek.
Shrek got swallowed by the meme apparatus because they are good. They're
Yeah, really.
I mean, there's more of them than I think anyone knows of. I think there's at least 4 core ones. Which
Abram,
is
I disagree. There's only 2 Shrek movies.
oh, fair. That's
Yeah.
that's a fair counterpoint.
Tanner, you just suddenly got a lot quieter.
Did I? Oh, dear. Oh God.
In
Am
the
I wrong?
presence of Shrek, you know, is fucking.
He is a humble.
He was humbled by Shrek.
Yes. But yeah, they're memed a lot more than you would imagine. They're memed more.
What?
I don't know what I'm trying to say here.
They're memed.
The amount
I'm
of
pretty sure I know how much they're memed because I see the memes all the time.
The amount of memes makes you think that the movies are worse than they actually are.
Yeah, and they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's
It's like the Star Wars
Shrek
prequels.
segment.
You see all those Star Wars prequel memes, and I'm like,
They are
hot
memes.
take. Those movies
aren't bad.
are not great.
That's not a hot take, and they're very memey. I cannot rewatch 2 or 3 because they're just memes. Like every scene has a meme that's ripped from it, and it just makes every moment me like, oh god, this is where Reddit just stole this from.
Yeah, it's
Here's
just
my
like
next topic, and
Okay.
it has to do with Tucker. Tucker, I guess he can answer, but
Oh, all right. We're having a Jerome cutout. I don't know if you can hear me, Tanner, but Jerome is having.
on like a gut level.
His
not
Shrek
only on a
ratings-
gut level, but on like I must commit physical acts of violence.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know if you guys know what they're talking about. Obviously,
Turns
I'm
off, the
recording
lizard
this.
brain turns on, and I just
Mhm.
go, I do not know who I am. I do not know where I am. All I know is that I must kill Tucker, and I like. Ah!
Okay, this is going to be great content once it is edited together because Jerome just cut out twice during that middle of that rant. So I only heard about 25% of that. One of them being kill Tucker and one of them being like rage. So you're going to have to fill me in.
You
later
know,
on, but-
you're the one who I've committed these acts to, so you know
Mhm.
when I just
Oh yeah, that's true.
the rage
Timo-
fills my eyes, and I just go crazy.
To use a biblical metaphor, Timo's like Cain and Tucker is like Abel.
Just
The
the fact that Tucker would sit here and say with a straight face that Revenge of the Sith is not a good movie is just angering. Am I the
Well,
only one here? Do I have
I'm
to
gonna
quit
have
Backlog
I'm gonna
Banter?
have to side with Tucker on that one. Revenge of the Sith is not good.
It's
Okay.
a little better than the other.
Yeah,
than-
it's the best of the prequels. It does not make it a good movie.
Revenge of the Sith is better than 1, 2,
Yep.
9.
Oh.
Fuck, Rise of Skywalker is terrible.
I agree. I'd agree.
Here's-
It's not good.
Here's what I'll say. Let's just get to the meat and potatoes of the fucking issue. The best Star Wars movie. I've been a Star Wars fan since I was a baby little boy.
Mhm.
Nothing is more important to me in this world than Star Wars from a media consumption standpoint. The Last Jedi is the best Star Wars film.
That's a very hot take. That's
Oh.
scalding.
Oof.
I don't know. I feel like you could just go with the regular answer and say like Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back is objectively the best Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
I'm
Well, here's
sorry
the
to
thing.
say.
Here's the thing. Empire is great. Empire is great because it subverts the whole, cinema of assurance thing. It subverts a lot of the tropes. It's very
Yeah.
fun. It's got a lot of great set pieces. It's got a lot of classical moments. But what The Last Jedi has, other than bad pacing, which I'll admit, bad pacing, what it has is theme. And I think that theme is something that Star Wars really lacks. And as I've grown older with the franchise and I enjoy revisiting the OT and revisiting the only good part of the prequel trilogy, I come to appreciate more the Star Wars films that have a little bit more to say. And I think that none of them have more to say than The Last Jedi, which I think makes it the most, from where I am right now, the most compelling Star Wars film.
Well, the only thing I can tell you that I'm getting out of all of this, listening to you talk about Last Jedi, is that I know for a fact when I make this thumbnail, you are going to be old man Luke with blue milk on his face.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
But other things that we've been experiencing this week. Anyone else got a topic?
I like that I got the last word on that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I don't really care about it.
I recently got back into Rocket League, playing Rocket League on my computer. It's a pretty fun game. Makes me really angry, and I think most of the game modes are stupid, so probably won't keep it up for very long. It's one of those games that I just hate, but I love playing.
How many hours do you have in Rocket League?
I have like 300 something. Here, let me check. Yeah, I have 300, almost 350 hours. I hate that game.
Holy shit.
I liked listening to you play Rocket League because you were playing when Tucker and I were just fucking around doing something dumb, and you were getting really angry. It made me really happy.
So I was having issues. I bought a control. I got it right here. I bought this controller, this Xbox One controller, about 6 months ago, and earlier this week on Monday or something, it just started giving out and not working.
Yeah.
And so I'd be playing my game trying to drive the car, and then the controller would just break and not work. And then I'd get scored on, and that's the worst possible thing that can happen in Rocket League, beyond humiliating. I mean, it's so humiliating that I don't know, it makes me cry sometimes. But then it's not my fault. And so the only thing that I want to do when that happens is take my controller and beat it on the desk, but I know that won't help it work any better.
Well, that's how I broke a DualShock playing Overwatch. I got so angry that I threw it up into my ceiling, which injured it, and then I slammed it down onto my fucking coffee table a second time.
At that point, just bring out a sledgehammer. Just
I will say I've never gotten that angry playing a video game. Tucker's seen me get very passive aggressive while playing Smash Bros, but I've never gotten to the point where I'm going to damage my own personal property.
Another moment when I was playing Rocket League, this was a couple years ago when I played it more seriously, which meant that I got angrier when I played it.
Oh God.
I lost again. I was and there was a stack of cups, 4 or 5 cups on my desk, which is disgusting. I should have gotten rid of them, and I don't keep the cups in my room anymore.
Well, something tells me you're about to get rid of them.
Yeah, I think you can tell where the story is going, but it gets worse because one of the cups actually wasn't empty, and there was a little bit of lemonade in the bottom. And I picked up the cup, and I grabbed it and I threw it across the room, and the lemonade went everywhere. And then I had to have a sombering moment where I thought, you know what? That was too much. You can't get that angry. It's just a video game. You just threw lemonade all over your room because of something that didn't even happen. It happened on the...
Your little car that the ball went into the wrong net, and your little car with a rocket on the back of it.
Yeah, and it made me so angry that I picked up the cup full of lemonade and I threw it across my room. And it went everywhere, and I had to spend hours cleaning that shit up.
I mean, I too am mad at managing fluids. I have had...
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, is this where we go to our sponsor with ED medication? Or...
Today's episode is sponsored by Blue Chew.
Hey.
No. I've had to throw away several water bottles because I just leave shit in cups for prolonged periods of time. I mixed up milk and protein powder one time and drank it and left a little bit in the bottom of the water bottle and left it in the corner of my bedroom for several days.
That's so disgusting.
Did you make it cultured? Were you culturing it?
No, I forgot about it.
Oh.
And then I opened it up and I almost vomited.
Oh.
So I've thrown away several Nalgene's like that. Another time I had to throw away, I went to high school, believe it or not.
Wow.
We got these commemorative water bottles. The only nice thing the school ever did for us. They gave us these nice water bottles hey, you graduated, right? But I never washed mine, and I thought that there was just dirt in it.
Nope.
But I was in New York with my girlfriend, and she's like, hey, we were walking, she's like, hey, I need a little water. So I gave her my water bottle. She's like, this is full of mold.
Oh,
This is
God.
entirely mold. Like there's just dirt in the water bottle. Like, that's entirely mold.
A related topic, actually. So, Timo, you remember they gave us? It's Timo and I went to high school together, by the way.
Yeah,
for anyone
yeah.
who doesn't know. They gave us these thermoses or something. What would you call
Like
it?
a Yeti cup, like a
Yeah,
big
Yeti
Yeti
cup.
growler cup.
Yeah.
That's a nice
When we
gift.
graduated.
Yeah, they
yeah.
were expensive.
And it's like metal and it's got the school logo plastered on it and stuff.
It's engraved. And
you want to know where that is right now?
in your toilet?
No. It
Is
is
it the piss
currently
cup?
propping up Tanner's DVD collection.
It is.
We
It is
didn't
doing
have
that.
bookends for
Uh-huh.
our shelves, so we have 3 items propping up his DVD collection: a thing of honey, like just a honey dispenser,
Yep.
Uh-huh.
an unopened mouthwash, and my graduation thermos.
Well, you know what you must do now, right?
Drink mouthwash and
Graduation-
honey out of my thermos.
Yes, exactly.
Well, we have bookends now, so we
Yeah,
can
we
finally
can.
take those out and mix them together and get
drink.
Time for
die, I guess.
real life backlog banter content.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
it's nice
never real life.
It's nice that your high school gave you cups and thermoses. The only thing that I ever got from my high school was indoctrinated into the American education system.
Nice.
God damn it. Okay. Other things that we've been experiencing this week. Today I finished a Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. I don't have a lot to say about it. We're probably making a video. Abram and I are both playing it / played it.
We're playing it for Backlog Banter
Yes,
particularly.
Yeah, so we're gonna be talking about that. But I finished the game today and I had a good time. Not particularly experienced with the Zelda series. I've played Breath of the Wild and a little bit of Wind Waker and Ocarina, but that's it. So playing through a traditional classic Zelda game, especially one that was on the Super Nintendo, is definitely an interesting experience. I mean, I don't know if Timo or Tanner, I don't know if either of you guys ever go back and play old video games, but I know Abram and I do. It's definitely an interesting. It's definitely an interesting thing.
Would not classify myself as a retro gamer.
Yeah,
I tend to stick with the modern, the new releases and stuff.
Does the Dinosaur Chrome game count as a retro video game?
It is pixelated. That's
Yeah.
true.
What do you count as a retro video game? I guess. Yeah, it is. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
much
play
like
that a lot.
Huh?
I said I played that a lot because we
Oh,
have shitty internet here.
Oh, good. I also recently got back into Dude Eternal.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Dude. I've been playing it because I beat the whole game like right when it came out. I bought it on release day. And it was a lot of fun. If any of y'all other BLB boys play through the new Doom games, I'd love to talk about them.
Yeah.
And I was just like trying it out. I was just trying to do it. I just started it up a while ago to test some audio equipment out because I was like, I want to know what a video game sounds like through good audio equipment. It's like, well, there's only one game to try this in, Doom, and I didn't have the 2016 installed, so I was like, all right, Dude Eternal.
I haven't played Eternal yet. I played 2016. Honestly, and you're fucking probably playing it with like a goddamn usable resolution. I'm waiting on the Switch version.
Oh, the Switch version.
That's
yeah, I am
playing.
playing it on a pretty spec'd PC, so it looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, I was watching your stream and I was like, "That's a pretty game."
I watched right when it came out. There's like a Digital Foundry is like a YouTube channel that does like game graphics breakdowns and stuff, and they talked about how Doom is like they're like, oh, it's like crazy revolutionary, and it was very enlightening about how they like managed to figure out how to make these super high res textures and stuff. And it's not even a ray traced game yet. Like I have a ray tracing graphics card, but I haven't really gotten to use it yet. So
you gonna get that 3080?
No. I'll stick around until my 2070 dies. So I don't.
It's cheaper than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, I guess that's big news. Big news out of the gaming land for the PC gamers is NVIDIA's releases. It's cool stuff.
They're pretty money friendly.
I'm just waiting.
I guess if you can count a $500 thing that you waste time on, money friendly, yeah.
Comparatively.
And on that PS5, probably maybe 6.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think everyone that makes comparisons between consoles and graphics cards are stupid, though. Like they're different. Like you buy a console because it's got everything, and you're not gonna have to like, oh, sometimes my computer just breaks and I've got to like tear it apart and like make it work again. If that happened with a console that I bought, I would get so pissed.
Xbox 360, Red Ring of Death. I mean, that's essentially what happened. Never happened to me.
I was so scared of the Red Ring of Death. Like it was like an urban legend for people who had an Xbox 360. I was like 13 years old, a fucking idiot. I thought it was going to happen at any given time, and it just never happened.
No. Yeah, I had one of the newer Xbox 360 models. I got my Xbox 360 like the year after the Xbox One came out. It shows you who I am as a gamer. But no, I have one of the better models, so it's just
No, that's retro.
Yeah,
That's retro.
That's
yeah.
retro. The
I'm a retro
360.
gamer.
There's some people that really think the 360 is retro.
That's
There's a lot of people that make the argument that anything older than 10 years released is retro. I make the argument, and as the arbiter of taste and as a paid games journalist, my opinion counts. My opinion is that anything in a pre-ubiquitous online gaming space is retro. So GameCube, PS2, OG Xbox, even though those consoles could connect to the internet, they were not ubiquitously connected to the internet. I would say that from a current, like a now perspective, 7th gen on would be current. I think you make a good argument for 6th gen being retro, but that's the one we got to argue for. Obviously, 5th gen is retro, but I would consider 6th to be all.
For me, when it comes to deciding what is retro or not, it depends on how many consoles have come out after that. Because retro is by its nature a growing term. It means old video games, and once a video game sort of loses its luster because of because of age and because of the fact that we have had stronger hardware come out, that's when it becomes retro. So when I was a retro gamer back in the day, and I collected a bunch of retro games, for me, I considered, I think basically what you were saying, the PS2, GameCube, and original Xbox for me were where I saw retro gaming starting, and then I'm like, okay, I'm buying like PS3 games, but I wouldn't consider that retro. I don't know. That's a stupid tangent, but
back in the day, but back then, PS3 games were new-ish, a couple of years, right?
Yeah. I want to just do a quick check-in. Timo, how's your clock looking on your desk?
We're clocking in. We've got 20 minutes. We've been on air 20 minutes or so.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Minutes, man. Time flies when you're not. Wait, time doesn't fly when you're not having fun or whatever.
This isn't. Yeah, I hate this. This is awful.
This is a grind. Let me tell you, this is a grind.
Any other topics of what you've been experiencing, or should we just throw out random stuff?
Real life experiences.
Ooh,
here's what I'll say. Let's segue out of time moving slowly and into time moving slowly. That's how fuck you. Here's the bottom line, okay?
Yeah.
Here's the bottom line.
Point.
I really like to work out, and my school's gym is closed right now. It's gonna open up on Tuesday. Fucking thank the whomst ever is above me for that happening. But in the meantime, I've just been running around campus. But then I've been doing sets of push-ups and planks. And god damn it, does a minute and a half long plank feel way fucking longer than a minute and a half?
Good.
So are you just like running around campus and then like you get you're like okay, time to stop, and you just drop and do push-ups and planks on the ground? That sounds kind of awesome.
Let's get Abrams. Give us that workout.
Give us the workout schedule. Yeah.
Let me break it down for you. Right, 6 days a week. I get outside. I'm wearing my fucking cutoff shirt. I go to a little patch of grass next to my dorm. Immediately, I drop down and I do sets of push-ups. I do 5 diamonds without breaking. I transition to 5 like this, and then I do 5 wide, and then back in, and then back to diamonds. That's 25 for those keeping track at home. Then I do my plank, and then I do crunches, and then I repeat that, and then I do some kettlebell lifts, and then I do a 2-mile run. Not very big. You don't want to get too crazy.
2 miles. Listen, 2 miles is good. You know, you don't need to overdo it on the cardio if you're not training long distance. All right.
2 miles is more than I run every day.
Yeah. See, actually, you all know me. You know, I'm not an exercise fella. All right. I'm pretty lame. I just sit inside. I'm a fucking bag of mashed potatoes.
Tucker is stagnant. I would use the word stagnant to describe Tucker.
But that has changed in this past week.
It has changed.
I have started doing. This is the simple baby version of Abrams' deal, but I have been doing some exercise. I do a walk around campus. I go to the Husker Stadium, which is close by, and I go up and down every flight of stairs around the entire thing. So that's been giving me a little bit of something to do that is not sitting on my ass and playing Zelda or recording Backlog Banter. which is
Uh,
what I
I-
spend the
Great,
rest of my
though.
time doing.
I carried 2 tubs up the stairs to not up the stairs. We took the elevator, and that that winded me. So that's how my exercise has been going.
I do zero exercise because I've got a lot of schoolwork nowadays and got to sit on my ass at the computer and do that all day. And it's up here in the great northwest. It's about to turn winter. Tomorrow it's going to get really cold, and so the days of going outside are over.
Yeah.
See, here's
About
the thing.
time.
People think that like you gotta do a shit ton of exercise and working out. All you really, Tucker, what you're doing is great. You know.
Yeah, you just got to walk
Yeah,
around.
you do a little something. Maybe you throw in a couple push-ups. Maybe you don't. Maybe you do a little something. And then over time, you get a good 30, 40 minutes in a day. You're doing great. That's all you
Yeah,
really need.
I did do something the other day. I mowed my lawn, but it was
Oh.
on a riding lawnmower, so I don't think that quite counted.
Mm.
Is there anything more fun
You
than a
got-
fucking riding mower?
No.
It's
No.
so much
Is
fun.
was it the steering wheel or
Oh,
zero
yes.
turn?
It's an antique, not an antique. It's like a '99 John Deere tractor mower.
Oh, that's what you want. Yeah.
And so you just it's
stuff.
like driving a car around your lawn.
See,
It's
I
really
had
satisfying.
a zero turn, which is the one that has the sticks instead of the steering wheel.
that
Those are
as fun?
cool.
Is that as fun as driving?
It is fun because what you can do is you can just be sitting at an idle, right? And you just shove both those babies forward and you whoom, take off.
It's like
Speaking of
lawnmower
cars
racing.
driving where they shouldn't be, this is not modern day. This is not recent. But I was during summer. I was at a park with my friends. Tim, I don't remember if you were there or not.
I don't
But we were
think
at
so.
we were at Zilker Park in Austin, Texas, and we were just chilling out. And someone just drove their car through the park, where cars are not allowed there, and there are people everywhere. But they just drove their car there, and we were all saying, "Watch, what? How what?"
That's
And
called
eventually
domestic
cop cars
terrorism.
followed them on there. And
Yeah.
that was the
Aha.
whole deal. We were watching that from far away.
Very entertaining.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Well, here's the question from a macro standpoint. We
Okay.
have 9 minutes left in our Zoom call.
Yes.
I think now I don't want to take the stick. So if you want to fucking chime in and do something different, let me know. But I think maybe we talk a little bit about that title and wrap it up a little bit early for this
Okay.
inaugural episode.
Okay, I think that's reasonable.
Okay. The title. This is a tough one. So the backlog banter. I've
Yes.
seen things referred to as the back lot.
Mm-hmm.
T.
Well, you are not privy to this, but
Mhm.
Backlot Banter is the title for our movie review series. That's already
Oh.
a thing. Yes,
I
I should have told you that earlier.
Would it be a little? Would it
Oh,
be
because it's the back lot and that's where you film the movie.
exactly
precisely
Backlot Banter,
precisely.
and it's one letter away from our title. Whoa.
It's perfect. Someone really clever must have come up with that.
Yeah,
It's
someone-
crazy.
Sitting on their bed at like what was that, like 11 p.m. and I would just walk
Some
around.
bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Speaking
I-
of bullshit, should it
Yes.
just be? Would it be too risque to just call it backlog bullshit?
Well, here's the thing. You know, you interrupted me, but you took the words right out of my mouth. I tentatively have been calling it Backlog BS, BLBS. I think we can just do Backlog BS because I don't think YouTube will let us put the word bullshit
What
in
if
the
we do
title
it-
of a
what if we
weekly
do it-
video.
An asterisk.
Bullshit.
Well,
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
also going to say backlog bullshit is the only correct answer.
For the title?
Yeah.
The backlog BS. It's got to have an alternate. What does BS alternate mean though?
Oh, well okay, so-
Boys with the S is a capital.
Boys.
so let me take you back in time here. Let me
Capital
take you back.
B-O-Y-S.
The year is probably 1993 to 4. It's before 1996. That's the bottom line.
Okay, that's a lot of
The-
time.
The
You're not
Super
alive.
Nintendo Entertainment System had Satellaview support in Japan. And in
Satellaview.
The
an
Satellaview
internet
allowed
deal.
you to connect your Super Nintendo to the internet and download video games, including BS: The Legend of Zelda. I don't know what the BS stands for. This was a non sequitur.
No, I mean, it was a sequitur. That was connected to what we were saying.
This has been a non sequitur by Abram.
But honestly, if we can come up with a secondary BS, like if it's BS as in we're doing bullshit, but
Yeah.
there can be a double entendre. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Backlog banter. Stupid.
we need another B. It's BLBS. Wait, no, BLBBS, right?
No, it's backlog. Because
Backlog
it's
BS.
BLB normally, right? You just add an S.
Yeah,
Add S word.
I can't spell.
But yeah, what could the S be? Because it really is easy to just be like, oh, this is backlog bullshit. That's the the official title. But when we're actually promoting it and we can't put a curse word in it, backlog BS stands for backlog banter special. I don't know.
Special edition.
I can only think of sandbox. That's not
A
helpful.
special bulletin.
Sandbox.
This-
All right.
A special
This is-
bulletin from
this is
Backlog
not-
Banter.
Yeah.
Words
Like old news.
start with S.
With S. We're
Science.
using the resources provided to us.
The internet.
I had to read a paper on web theory today. Very fucking boring.
Web theory?
Yes.
Is
that
that like
like
string
spiders?
theory?
It's about, like the fucking internet controlling us or things of that nature.
Ah, fun.
It was like something, something, something. A lot of people watch porn, something, something, something. That's all I picked out.
Okay, Mr. Tuck, what do you got there on the words that start with S?
I could teach web theory if all you need to know about is porn or whatever.
I'm sure you could. Tanner.
I can do it. Listen, it's not hard. So
Well-
everyone just described what the class was. I could do that.
Oh God. There's a lot, and I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a lot of words that start with S.
There
a lot
is.
of them won't fit in a podcast title format.
Sandwich.
That is a word.
The Backlog Banner
Saccharides.
sandwich.
Saccharide. That's a good one.
Backlog Sekiro.
That's a
Big
video
boys
game.
die.
You're
boys.
missing one of the letters in there.
Oh
buddy.
shit.
I don't know. Look, I like the idea of it just being backlog BS. I mean, I feel like that was faded almost because I've been calling our unreleased episodes of this that we were going to try to do a podcast like weeks and weeks ago. The files on my hard drive are called BLBS hyphen whatever.
BLBS.
So that's already in place, and you came up with it, and I think that's faded. It's BLBS, but we do need to work. We need to workshop it a little bit.
Yeah.
We can do that off camera, but
Let it roll around in our head.
Imagine this. So I'll take a step back and calm our minds to imagine for a second. We're making content for an audience. Involve the audience. They tell us what the BS stands
oh
for.
my God.
Imagine it. Leave it in the comments what BS stands for.
What does BS stand? And it already stands for bullshit. So we need we need more.
1-800.
Can't be bull sugar either.
Try to be
Sugar.
creative.
Yeah, please. I know our fans are amazing.
Banana
and so
split.
smart.
Yeah, and I mean,
Based-
they truly are.
Based off of our analytics, we can at least get my girlfriend and my dad to suggest names.
The
As the two viewers who watch the entirety of each of our topics, good to God.
It's sort of
backlog
like,
based stream.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
I don't really know how that works, but
It's sort of like it's like a choose your own adventure podcast, except choose your own
you
title.
decide what BS stands for.
Oh wow.
Viewer beware, you choose the scare. Maybe it's scary. I don't know.
Okay, well, our Zoom time is wrapping up, but I think
boy.
that was a pretty solid first attempt. We've never done this before. We didn't really
Nope.
format it much beforehand. I think that our flow between topics was, it needs to be improved but that comes with experience, and this is our
Mhm.
first time doing it. So
Yeah,
if this becomes an ongoing thing, and you are someone watching episode 200 in a couple of years, and you go back and you watch episode 1, I'm talking straight to you. I'm projecting into the future. This is a time capsule. Right?
Wow.
But other than that, I think this is a pretty solid first episode. You guys have a good time.
Here's how I want to take us out because Tucker, you're being too humble. You're insinuating there's room for improvement. Do you remember when one Orson Welles made Citizen Kane and then fucking died? If we never made another podcast episode, this is the greatest podcast episode in the fucking medium.
It
So
is,
thank you for being part of this cultural moment. With all
Yes,
of us.
thank you for tuning in to Backlog BS. Hopefully,
Yes.
we'll be back next week.
We're thankful.
We'll see. Hopefully, it's a big hopeful.
It's a hopeful. It's not a hopeful. It will.
Yeah, we can do that. It's not too hard. 40 minutes
Easy.
a week.
This is a
Easy
giant
peasy.
time commitment for me, just so you all know.
He's
Yeah,
got to
a lot of-
spend
lot of planning.
hours upon hours thinking about what he's gonna say. He's got to plan out. You write the script.
Clearly.
Uh,
Look back on all the intelligent things I said. I planned every single one.
Pre-plan.
Yes, it's actually a
Plan.
scripted podcast.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
we're
we didn't know.
really good at writing. You know how like John Cassavetes has like that style where it seems like an off the cuff, but it's really not. He actually scripted it. That's what we did this whole time. I'm John Cassavetes, and I approve this message. I think he's dead, actually.
You could be.
That's sad. But rip John Cassavetes. I think that wraps up.
That's
this
the
minute.
point of the
We've got
podcast.
less of a minute. See you guys in another video. Subscribe, like, comment the name.
What does
follow-
BS mean?
Follow the Twitters, and also tell us what BS means. See
If
you guys
this
later.
video gets 5 likes, I will begin the next episode by giving you a full review of Oliver Stone's film JFK. There's a little incentive for you.
Okay, all right.
That's just a little tease for
A
the
little
audience.
A little
tidbit.
tease. Leave them with a little fucking something to look forward to.
All right.
All
see you
right.
guys.
Peace.
See ya.
It's all right. It's okay. It's all good.
Get an Ape Escape lip tattoo.
Ape escape.